Here we go.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check 31.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Check. Switch.
Score now.
Hatch it.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There is absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, alert 3.
Hell, you won.
Mike 5-4.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Louis. Value three.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
He's coming to you. Hey. Check.
2 for 1.
Slam.
Now a first down throw. Gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, but he's got it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, Make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's Gurley. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Now gone. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Black. Hey, gun.
Banjo.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Here we go.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
You ain't doing nothing today.
11.
58.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, gun.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Mike's 46.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They run with Edwards. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's gone. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
49ers,
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
at their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
5. I got you. 49, check 49, check 49. Check 3, 25.
After the interception, here's Gall. He's letting it fly, and this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. 49ers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go.
So
here we go,
after
here we
the
go.
sack here,
55,
second and 14.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go.
Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, D.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
On first down, it's Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First down, Rams.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
49ers, nothing.
DC.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 10.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Like 20.
Mike's 50. Ready?
They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Again, it'll be Edwards. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Gus Edwards, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Sponge, 11, 1, Omaha. 11. Smooth.
Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
11. Hey, Foxtrot.
Pick it up. Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
I got you.
Pick it up, Pete.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Tight end right. 4 down.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
This one into the hands of Hurd. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and
Here we go. 180.
Watch the out.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Gus Edwards. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Here we go.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now a play fake here on first down. And, oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Catch is made by Hurd. A gain of 6 there on first. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
43's the mic.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hold on. Check. Jumper. Ric Flair. Whip. Watch the whip. Rush in.
Again, it's Edwards. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 76. 76.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
You got that right there. Kill.
Super.
Undercrunch.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They run once more with Edwards. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams spread.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida. 77 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Reds take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
14.
Check.
Marlin.
Kill.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. And that's complete to Cooks. He's at the 40. Pass the 20, 10, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 88 yards, and the Rams tack on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back in.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by David Long. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Super 66.
Here's Gone. On the move to his left. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Wait, 20.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
They run the toss with Henderson. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
76. Tell him. 76.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Edwards. And he'll down Rams. Gus Edwards, 26 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Chance. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
They run again with Breida. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, rush, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check 9, check 9, check 52.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Tight end right, tight end right.
He'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
2 for 1, 2 for 1. Maverick wall.
Again, it's Henderson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Goff on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Goff now looks to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 1st down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
Black 20.
Black 5-4.
We go. 76. 76.
On 1st down, Edwards. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Go. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. No. Off.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, When they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 40. This is Edwards. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeout in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
180.
54 Mike.
Maverick.
They'll run on first down. It's Edwards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now Henderson. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They run once more with Henderson. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Edwards. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
No. Check. Hot route. Hot.
They'll try and run. Edwards. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
11.
Check 24.
On first down, here's Breida. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Garoppolo gives to Breida. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Here we go.
It's just me and you.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Results in a fourth down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down.
Hey, wahoo!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Rams, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting